Yo, what's going on guys? Ian77 here. In today's video, we're going to be up against Ryley, who is one of the best Logbait players in the world, and we're going to be having a best of 5. Alright, so the first deck here is going to be Hog EQ. Alright, so we do have Hog in our starting hand here, so might just go with a Hog first play here, and okay, he's going to have Fire Spirit, so, and Cannon as well, so probably either going to be Royal Hogs, or could even be a Mirror matchup possibly, and should be pretty interesting here. I know he might snipe this. I was kind of expecting that he might snipe this Hog deck, but just played it anyways, just because I feel like it's just good for the content. So yeah, he's gonna get one Hog hit there. I was kind of searching through my emotes, so I didn't have like the fastest reaction time on the Valkyrie, but should be fine here. So it probably will be a Hog EQ mirror matchup, but he does have Ice Golem instead of, I guess, the Valkyrie, which is gonna be interesting here. It will help him sometimes to have like a faster cycle, but at the same time it's not really gonna like damage down our Hog Riders or something like that, so he doesn't have like a alternate way to kill our Hog Riders besides his cannon, so will also be bad for him in some ways. But we definitely will have to try to use that cannon trick where you like use the cannon in the opposite lane and then push the Hog Rider with like a Fire Spirit or Skeleton so that we can avoid his Earthquakes. And by the way guys, we did also do a best of 5 on Ryley's channel before that, so make sure to check it out, and make sure to subscribe to him as well. He's a very good Logbait player, and uploads quite consistently as well, so definitely show him some support. It was a very good time on his channel as well. Pretty interesting best of 3, and we'll see how this one goes. Okay, so he's actually going to do the cannon trick there, so he's playing pretty well right here so far. He did go with the Skeletons to push the cannon, to push the Hog towards the cannon, so I couldn't get the Earthquake to actually hit his cannon, but we're still in a pretty good spot right here. The nice thing is that we do have Archer Queen, and even though Musketeer is kind of pretty solid, it's not as good as the Queen, I feel like, because it won't allow him to like get the 3-card cycle that champions do. And I know some of you guys were confused about the 3-card cycle with champions, but basically what it is that you can't have more than one champion on the field at a time, so since the card doesn't appear back in your hand, you're going to have a 3-card cycle due to that, so that's basically the reason in a nutshell. And by the way guys, sorry for like the few missed uploads recently. I've kind of been having a bit more work with like school and things, so might be like uploading every other day more often than not, like rather than every single day. But I'll definitely try to upload every single day if I can, but it's more likely going to be every other day, so hope you guys aren't too annoyed about that. But we'll see what happens. Like probably during time I'm gonna have like breaks from school, or like even when I graduate in a couple months, or like 2 or 3 months or something like that, then I'll probably start uploading more again. So yeah, for now I'll probably be uploading every other day, with sometimes like a few days in a row if I happen to have more time or something like that. Alright, so he's actually catching up here in this match. Was kind of just talking about other stuff, but looking pretty good here. But honestly, he's actually playing super well. Like, Ryley's a very good cycle player in general. He does usually play bait, but he's also quite good with like a few other decks like Royal Hogs and Goblin Drill, and I guess Hog Rider as well, because he's doing really well right here. And we're only ahead by like 3 HP right now, so pretty sketchy here. But we do have EQ in cycle, and he kind of just went with his push, so he might be able to get something off. You're gonna go with the EQ, but he is gonna push it to the side with the cannon. But luckily the Valkyrie was actually hitting his cannon, so yeah, we are gonna get one Hog hit there. We did prediction log his Fire Spirit, so looking really good here, and kind of just like using the Queen in the same lane, just stacking up the lane, so we can't really do too much here. He's gonna Earthquake plus log the cannon, but honestly not really gonna do too much since the Queen is just DPSing down everything, and that will be GG. Alright, the next deck we're going to be using here is going to be Minor Mortar. Alright, so I'm not actually sure if this deck is too good. I kind of just wanted to use it as kind of a safe deck, and I know that Minor Mortar is usually pretty good against Logbait, so I think it should be quite a solid deck to choose right here. And I did see Mohammed Light using this deck, so that's kind of just why I used it, even though I never really played this exact version before. Alright, so he's gonna have queen, and he's gonna have skeletons as well, so probably gonna be some type of cycle deck. Not really sure which version, but I'm just gonna have to wait and see here. So he does have queen, log, skeletons, so just gonna cycle a knight here, see what he's gonna try to do, and he's gonna have Valkyrie, so could still be a couple things, but just gonna cycle a Musk right now. It could be like Hog Rider. Okay, it's actually gonna be Expo. I wasn't expecting that at all, but should be actually pretty okay here. We did waste our knight, but Mortar is just so tanky that I think it should stall out the Expo long enough, and Mortar will actually get the finishing shot there, but oh no, he got like a really good E-Spirit there, but he honestly did go with the Queen ability quite early. If he went with like the Queen ability like a second later, he might have actually taken like most of our tower, but we're actually not behind too much right now, and honestly not the best spot right here, but he is going in the same lane as us, so it's going to be pretty easy for us to catch up in damage, I think, because we can always get like poison plus tower value if he goes with Expos in the same lane. I'm also not sure what his big spell is. I think it might be Rocket, because normally they do run Fireball in Expo, but since he has Valkyrie, I feel like it's more likely that he has Rocket, as they usually always have Knight if they're running Fireball, so yeah, looks like it will be Rocket here, and he does get the Rocket down quick enough to where the Mortar didn't even get a single shot on the tower, so a little bit unfortunate, but just going to go with Bats here plus Miner, because may seem a little bit aggressive, but he did waste his E-Spirit, so Bats are going to be quite annoying for him, and two of them are actually going to go straight to his tower, and actually get quite a bit of damage, I feel like. And he's going to have the Queen down here, but Guard should be really nice against the Queen, and we have Knight for his Expo, and we have the guards for his queen, so it is actually kind of nice to have guards in this deck, even though it does make it a little bit more expensive. Honestly, it's kind of just like a normal Mortar deck, except it has Musketeer over Queen, and kind of just like nice to have Musketeer. I kind of just like trying this version out, even though I'm not sure if it's as strong, but yeah, looking really good here, and he doesn't get like an E-Spirit on the Bats or anything, so Queen is gonna die just fine here, and he did waste the Valkyrie there on the right lane, so gonna go with the Musk plus Knight on his Expo, and he can't really stop it at all. Like, normally if they have Fireball, sometimes they can like Fireball it away and kind of stop it, but he didn't even have Fireball on this deck, so should be pretty fine here. I'm gonna go with Guards there. He did try to prediction log it, but kind of went with it a little bit early, so it should be looking pretty fine here. And sometimes it is pretty good to go with like defensive Mortars against Expo, but I feel like since he has Rocket, we probably don't really want to go with them as much. And I'm actually going to go with a Poison here as well. It may seem quite aggressive, but going to allow us to get a few minor shots, and also made him spend more elixir, so I think it's pretty fine here for us. And he will go for the Expo here. We do have to watch out for his Queen a little bit, but I think we're fine right here. Going to Miner on defense as well, just to be completely sure that we clean up everything. And I'm gonna go with the log as well. Don't even want to take a little bit of Expo damage, because it's gonna be really bad sometimes if you even take a small Expo log. And since we're up quite a bit of damage, we're just gonna go with the defensive Mortar. And yeah, he's gonna distract it, but it's still just tanking for so long. I feel like Mortar just has so much HP compared to a lot of other buildings, and also the Mortar is gonna get one shot on the Expo, so pretty good here. We do have to be a little bit aggressive so that he can't Rocket cycle us, but okay, he's actually gonna go for the Rocket there still, but I think that was a super aggressive Rocket. I'm not even sure if he's gonna be able to defend after this. He does go for the Tesla there, but Musketeer gonna DPS it down. Also the Poison killing it pretty easily, and it's really hard for him to stop our minor Poison pushes unless he overcommits with like a Valkyrie and all of his other stuff. Alright, just gonna get a Poison off here, hitting the tower and the Expo. I feel like Poison is super nice against the Expo, and I think that should be GG right there. Alright, the next deck here is going to be 2.9 Expo. Alright, so I'm kind of just using this deck right here just for the fun of it. It's not really like too serious of a best of 5, just for fun, so I feel like normally like 3.0 Expo, except with like Queen over Archers, would be the best version to run, but just trying to have fun here, so going to be using the version with Ice Golem and Archers instead. Probably could have Fireballed that Queen, to be honest, but didn't really have the reaction time right there, because I wasn't really expecting anything, so But honestly, still should be fine here. And he's actually going to be using Expo as well, it looks like. So could be a mirror matchup potentially, but he does have Queen over the archers, which could be interesting. I'm not really sure how the matchup is when they have the Queen, because I feel like the Queen is nice to where it will give them like the faster cycle, but at the same time the Queen also can be like a little bit worse at times, because it's like harder for them to cycle a Queen without us punishing it. So it is good sometimes, but also can be bad at times. Alright, so just chipping away with the logs here. He does have a bit of a slower cycle, so he won't really be able to keep up just in the log cycle game unless he gets like a Queen down. And the high Tesla is actually going to clean up the Queen really nicely. You don't really want to waste our Ice Golem on the Queen if we can help it, so that we can instead save the Ice Golem to tank for his Expo. And just going to split archers here and see what he wants to do. Alright, since he's not playing anything, I'm just going to go with the Expo here. Not really going to defend it, and yeah, he will go with the Valkyrie plus Tesla. I could have probably defended it a little bit, but I just kind of wanted to see what he would do, because he might have Rocket, I think, so yeah, I think he actually repeated this deck from last game, so he probably will have Rocket here, so it's not really good to over-defend the Expos, otherwise he might just get like a ton of Rocket value. So just going to be a little bit, or playing a little bit lighter here, and just letting things go as they will. His Queen is a little bit annoying though. I thought the Queen wouldn't be that good in this matchup, but at the same time the Queen is kind of like just blocking up the lane that we want to go for, so we can't really push into it too much, which is a little bit annoying for us right here. But I'm just gonna go with another Expo. He did waste his Tesla, so he can't really stop the Expo except with the Rocket, but is still gonna get one small shot there, and now we can try to outcycle him hopefully, or just be a little bit passive here. And honestly, the archers I feel like give pretty good field control, so that is one nice thing that we do have. And just gonna go with that Tesla here again. Gonna go with the Expo as well, just so that you can't really kill that Tesla, because he probably could have went with like skeletons or something there on the Tesla, so that it could have so that the Queen could have killed it, but he probably wasn't focused just because of that Expo that we went in with. So pretty good right here. He's gonna go with the defensive Expo, which might be a little bit annoying for us when he goes with the defensive Expos, because then he could probably start rocket cycling us, especially in triple elixir. So we do have to kind of make sure we apply enough pressure on him. Alright, so yeah, he's gonna go with the Queen here, which is pretty annoying for us. It's gonna just block up the entire lane, so not really able to do anything there for a little bit when he was kind of lower on elixir. But now we are gonna go in, and the Valkyrie will be pretty hard to break through, I feel like, because it just has so much HP, so that's going to be a little bit annoying for us. But archers are pretty helpful here. He will get a Queen of his own down, unfortunately, but is going to pretty much die at this point, so I think we should be okay here. Alright, so he's going to go for an Expo of his own. We're also going to go for an Expo, but looks like his Queen will get a couple shots on our tower, kind of unfortunately, and he does catch our Tesla with the Valkyrie, but we're still looking okay here. Just gonna go with the log and get a set of archers down as well, hoping to take care of his Expo. And okay, so he's gonna go for a defensive Expo here. Kind of a little bit sketchy right now. We have to make sure to get as much, or we have to put as much pressure on him as possible. Otherwise, he's just gonna like stack up and defend really easily. And looks like he will go for the rocket there. And honestly, not really sure what we can do at this point. It's kind of very difficult to break through, and he is going to go with a Tesla of his own, but our Tesla is going to do a pretty decent job against it. But honestly, our Expo is pretty much dead at this point, so this probably will be game right here. We can't really break through too well, but honestly he played pretty well. I wasn't really expecting him to play Expo very well, but definitely well played by him here. I'm just going to fireball his Valkyrie, but that probably will be, yeah, GG either way. Alright, the next deck here is going to be the Broken Piggies EQ deck. Alright, so now we do have the Broken Piggies EQ deck. So, I do play this deck quite a lot, so he might try to have like a good snipe to it or something. But honestly, I don't really care too much because this deck is just so broken right now, so it can pretty much be anything, no matter what they use. But he's gonna have Bandit here, and he's gonna have Wall Breaker, so that could actually be a Mega Knight deck. But seeing the Cannon card, I'm not really sure at this point what it might be. Probably just gonna be some weird off-meta deck or something like that. I mean, he does have Snowball as well, so it could actually be Logbait. I think he might be running like a weird Logbait version or something like that. Just gonna go with Royal Hogs here. And yeah, so he does have Archer Queen, he does have Bandit, so I'm pretty sure this is gonna be Logbait here, not like a Mega Knight deck or something. And honestly, it should be a pretty good matchup here. We do have like 2 small spells and quite a quick cycle as well, so I don't really see how he's gonna break through. We just have to be a little bit careful against some of his bridge spam units like the Bandits and Archer Queens. But just gonna EQ right here, not really worried about overcommitting because I know he can defend pretty cheaply every time. And yeah, he will go with the Goblin Barrel here, but just gonna log in. Also gonna finish off the Wall Breaker, so super nice for us right here. And since we got like a pretty good trade, they're gonna go with Royal Hogs, and he will go with Cannon Card in the back at the same time, but honestly a super good trade for us because he spent 3 Elixir and we still got a bit of damage, and also he spent the Cannon card, so looking really good. And we can also fully counter his Goblin Barrels using Fire Spirit plus Skeletons, but you can also like Prediction Snowball the Fire Spirit, so not really too safe to do that, but we can always do it as like a last resort if we have to, so we do have quite a few options against his Goblin Barrel especially, and we can use our deliveries to kill all his other units and stuff like that. The only annoying thing is that you can build up pretty big pushes because of the Cannon card being slower than it used to be, so you do have to be a little bit careful here, but our High Queen is going to take it out pretty nicely and also going to force him to use his Queen ability really early as well, so looking really good here. I'm going to go with High Skeletons here. We might actually be able to activate our King Tower off this Bandit. Yeah, I think we'll get the King activation there. Normally I go with the Skeletons a little bit lower than that, but our Cannon was still alive, so I had to go with it in that position. But it looks like it's going to work out really well for us here, and our Queen's actually going to kill his Queen before he had the chance to use an ability, so super good right here. He's going to defend pretty well, I think, but he's kind of just holding on for dear life at this point. It's probably just a matter of time. He didn't even get any damage on our tower so far. I mean, he's playing pretty well, but I don't really see how he's going to break through. Yeah, also Fire Spirit, just super nice against the Wall Breakers. We'll always fully counter them with the help of a tower. I'm going with Royal Hogs again as well, just to make sure that we can go for them before he has like enough elixir to defend them like really well by like setting up cannon carts early and stuff like that. And gonna EQ as well. Seems really aggressive, but honestly we just have such an easy matchup that there's no reason not to. And he'll go with the Queen as well, but we're just gonna go with Fire Spirit plus Skeletons, trying to force him out to use that like really early ability. So didn't really get much value next to our tower. And gonna go with Hoggies again. He may defend it pretty well, but it's just a matter of time now. I think we just need like another Earthquake, and that will be game here in a second. Alright, yeah, that will be GG. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye!